Bom dia. Welcome to Rear Naked Chat. I nearly said welcome to TUF Brazil, but
One day.
that is what we are talking about. We are doing the review of TUF Brazil
Brazil.
episode. Yes, episode 5. Are we up to now?
Hmm.
Episode
Episode 5.
5. Just keeps on rolling as a great fucking show.
Yeah, starring
Uh,
Vitor Belfort and Wanderlei
it's,
Silva, the
uh,
Playboy hater.
in it, and he was straight on it this week, wasn't he? Just going on about the Playboys.
Uh,
We've mentioned it before, obviously. It's a
I think
bit
you
of a
you had the nail on the head when you said I think Wanderlei Silva's picked his team purely based on whether they've come from the ghetto,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and that is
They're
coming
all
through
getting.
now.
But yeah, yet again, he was going on about Vitor, talking about him getting his nails done and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, I mean, I'll make it very clear that I love Vandy.
Yeah.
Might be my favorite MMA personality and fighter combo
Okay.
ever.
And what's your
Well,
feelings?
just throwing that out there. He's up. He's definitely up there anyway.
He's a very
Um,
likable person, man. He's very
uh,
likable.
but I thought he was pushing it a little bit this week, just with the hating on Vitor. I mean, it's understandable because he's lost 3 fights now. Is he 3-0 down? League coming
4-0.
into this
Oh, coming into the yeah, it was
coming
3
to
0
this
yeah.
episode, and he wasn't too happy. So he was. You could tell he was a little bit testy, a little bit
Yeah.
salty.
But the playboyness is like normally a coach says like I would like to pick whoever versus whoever because he's got no takedown defense. But
Yeah,
in Wandy's world, he just comes out with I'd like if he picked Massa and Duba versus Muchante because Massa and Duba is ghetto and Muchante is a playboy. That's
yeah.
all I need.
That's
His
the
whole
thing. Yeah.
strategy is based around that.
That's a strategy. I like the ghetto dudes. But I think at the bit, it was the bit when Vitor was basically like, "Yeah, Rodrigo, damn,
Damn.
Rodrigo, damn, couldn't make it today."
Yes,
Um,
that was
so yeah,
wicked.
and Mandelay's like, "Yeah, is he alright? Is he alright?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "No, hey, is he okay? What's wrong with him?"
No,
Vitor's
right.
like, "No, he's
Wait,
fine, he's fine."
so I saw that the other. I thought Vitor didn't come across too well in that little exchange because he said the question, "Where's Dan?"
Yeah,
And then he said, "Oh, he's not here." And then
yeah,
he tried to carry on talking, and then Vitor said to him, "Is everything okay?" And he
yeah,
ignored him, and he had to grab his arm and say, "Is everything okay?"
yeah.
But then Vitor
But
was
that to me that relates to last week after the fight.
hmm,
Vanderlei was screwing that
the decision.
Sam had won,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was going, "Look at his face, look
Oh,
at his
yeah,
face
yeah, yeah,
compared to
yeah.
this guy's face."
Oh,
So
yeah,
he
yeah.
was basically
A bit
going,
of
he's basically
leftovers.
saying, "Oh, what? Rodrigo Dun's too fucked up to
I
come and train, is
got
he?
you.
Oh,
I
I
got
see.
you.
Yeah."
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was the feeling I got from it, and I was kind of like, "Oh, come on, man, just let
What
that
did he
go."
mean when Vitor said at one point? Again, I just wish I had a Brazilian next to me explaining this stuff to me because I think I'm not getting it all in the subtitles. Like you got to do a little
Okay.
bit of mental maths to
Yeah,
work out. But Vitor, when he said he's lost his last 3 fights, I didn't owe him a response. That was in relation to Wandy saying to him, like grabbing his arm and asking him the question again. Was he
yeah,
trying to say that Wanderlei Silva's lost his last 3 fights? So I don't need to answer any of his questions.
yeah,
That
pretty much. I think, yeah,
because that was a bit of a prick move then to say that. It's like, finally, I was like, okay, I think this is what I was waiting for. I was thinking at some point Vitor is going to do something where I'm going to find it easy to hate on him. I don't think Wandy's going to do it. I think Vitor's going to do something, and that might have been the moment for me then because
I
I
think it was Vitor's kind of going. It, that's just one of those little squabble type things of like, "Now fuck off, mate. You've lost
yeah
3 in a
again
row."
like
I don't think he was being a
it's
pure
hard
dick.
to know
It was
because you
more.
don't know the language and like the words they're using.
I think that was more just shit talking. I don't
Okay,
think that was a serious like he's trying to be a dick to him. He's more just it's kind of banter, isn't it?
yeah, he's lost it. Okay,
Because
yeah,
even when
yeah,
Vanderlei's calling him a playboy and talking
yeah,
about his
yeah,
nails
yeah.
and he goes on a bit too much, he's having a go, but it is kind of
But there's something about Wandy's kind of smiles while he's you can tell he's joking.
yeah,
Whereas Vitor's very serious. He's like, he's lost his last 3 fights. I don't owe him I don't owe him a response. It was more like
yeah.
that. He came across.
He just seems that way all the time, though.
Uh,
Speaking of not understanding Brazilian,
yeah.
my good friend Esposito from Brazil has come through. I thought he wasn't ready, but he was, and given me a full translation of the lyrics to the opening
Oh.
credits.
Oh, wicked, wicked.
'Cause we did in an earlier episode, we were really curious about what they were saying in the opening credits.
Yeah, because in my mind they would have just directly translated the English version, but
I
something
thought they
different
had,
happened.
but no, it is different, and it's actually quite
Better.
inspirational, I'd
All
say.
right. Okay.
So yeah, I'll try. Yeah,
Are you gonna rap it, or are you just gonna
I
say
can't
it?
quite put it together now because I don't think it quite works if
The
I try and
words.
wrap it in
Okay.
English.
All right. So what's the rough translation?
Try and go at a similar format, but it's with the taste of knockout comes the strength to go forward.
Okay.
Fighting to be a champion, life will be different. Took one more to the ground, won the exchange of punches. In the endurance and celebration, whoever stays on their feet, time will show you victory and glory. It will make you scream. He's put scream, stroke, shout. So it's
Okay.
either scream or shout. And then it will make you scream again. So that was twice.
Okay.
Make the ground shake. And upon submission, it's the ultimate fighter.
Yeah. That's like a bit of a song and like a speech that Maximus in Gladiator would give as well.
Yeah, it's quite poetic when you
Yeah.
read it like that. Obviously, it doesn't quite sound that way on the.
My favourite bit was when it says, "This will change your life."
Yeah, fighting to be a champion, life will be different.
Yeah, life will be different.
That's brilliant, isn't it? And I like in the endurance and celebration, whoever stays on their feet, time will show you victory and glory.
You know what? I bet Vitor Belfort had a hand in these lyrics.
Definitely.
So, okay, yeah, this week's fight. Oh no, the stare down. That was it. That caught my attention. I quite like that stare down.
That was a bit later on, no?
No. Right at the beginning when they matched them up at the start of the episode.
Yes. Okay. Oh, Mutant said he had his tactic.
Yeah. It's like my stare down is this, and if you get
Yeah.
any closer, I'm gonna punch you.
Well, he basically said you punch yourself in the face on my hand.
I thought you were saying like as in if you come past this line, I'm gonna punch you with this one.
No, he's basically saying my fist's there, so
yeah.
if you want to move forward, you've got to put your own head onto my
Yeah,
fist.
it's like I'm punching you.
So it's like I'm just holding it there. So you can't move.
Yeah.
You can't come and get in my face.
Yeah.
Because if you move, you're getting a fist in the face.
And as mentioned last week, I'd like to see the naked version of that where it's not your arms sticking out.
No one's coming forward then, surely.
Yeah.
Or if they do, then you really better be worried about fighting them. But yeah, I like the way that it's now pretty much established that Mutant is Victor's boy.
Yeah.
It's not even like
It's obvious, man.
no one's even, but it's almost like it's common knowledge where people are just talking, going, well, yeah, so obviously that's Vitor's mate, so he's gonna try and pick the easiest guy for him. Like they're just saying it like it's
in front of everyone.
it's just an absolute matter of fact. Like, it's not like
no whispering
man,
about it going on or suggestion of it.
It's just this is a fact. It's not even like I think Vitor might be picking that guy because it's like nah, Mutant's his friend, and so he's trying to get him a win.
Yeah.
And it's almost like fair enough, they're not even that bothered.
Yeah.
But that's
I thought
interesting.
what's his name looked. So the fight this week was Mutant versus Macaro. How'd you say his name? Leonardo Macaro.
Is it Macaral?
Macaral, that's it, Macaral. And it was interesting when he was saying like his mum doesn't come to his fights anymore because the first fight she came to, she got into a fight with the other fighter's mum. I was like, only in Brazil, man.
But that was like for me. I was like, finally, we've had somebody who's just come in and going, yeah, I'm just doing this for fun.
Yeah,
My family's very supportive.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit too supportive.
Yeah.
And he didn't cry, and I was like, oh, finally.
Normal
and then it was like, then straight back to it with Mutant. He was just like, yeah, mum died of cancer.
Yeah, cue the
Dad
music.
and brother. Yeah, and here come the tears.
Yeah. Dad was drunk, my brother's on drugs. All went to shit.
Yeah, just like, oh man. It's like Vitor basically saved his life by the sound of it.
Yeah. Really took him under his wing, got him out to Las Vegas.
But having said that, even though Macaral didn't cry in that bit, he's the first one so far not to cry in that little pre-fight sequence, isn't he? But Serginho made up for him a little bit earlier by just crying so randomly.
I think you might be like bipolar, mate. Like he goes from
Yeah,
one extreme to the other. But what was he crying because he suddenly just felt like I'm shit?
yeah, because you haven't picked me to fight yet. He wanted,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, God, you're picking everyone over me, sort of thing.
Again, it's that cracking thing, man. So many fighters
Yeah.
go through that.
It's like poor old Serginho, man. I just felt
Yeah.
the thing I liked as well was like he was proper like just bawling, wasn't he? Like tears running
Proper.
down his
Yeah.
face. Vitor gave him the pep talk of like,
Yeah.
look, man, I haven't just not picked you because I think you're shit. Like I believe in you, blah blah blah. And gave him a hug, and
Yeah.
Serginho was like, yeah, all right, yeah. So and they just go straight into doing chin ups.
Yeah.
It's just that I just didn't waste any time.
Chin ups as well. Fucking
It's
hell.
just like. He's just like, oh yeah, yeah, thanks, coach, thanks, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Just didn't waste any time. I thought that was brilliant, man.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Just, yeah,
And then
I was laughing a lot for that, man.
there's a bit as weird bit where Gaspar's sleeping outside and Macaral is like telling him there's frogs and stuff, and they didn't subtitle anything that Gaspar was saying. But
Yeah.
from my head, it was like he's just saying, "Look, leave me alone. I don't give a fuck about the frogs. They're not going to do anything to me."
Yeah.
But are frogs poisonous, or is he just a bit of a pussy? Because he was scared of wasps as well, wasn't he?
I think he was just winding him up.
Oh,
I think he
okay.
saw a frog because there
Mm.
was a frog in the garden, wasn't he? And he was just like playing with him, just going, "You're going to get frogs jumping on your head and stuff like,
Okay.
while you're sleeping in the garden."
He's a bit of a
But-
lazy fucker though, that Macaral. You could tell in the house where he's
Oh yeah, in the house, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
He seemed
doesn't
like
really-
a hard worker in training.
yeah, and then he's too tired to tidy up and stuff.
Because on the American one, they never seem to have that issue. Like I always presumed that while they were at training, somebody came in and just cleaned the house for them.
I remember it being an issue in definitely one of them where it was Rory, someone he wore glasses, skinny. I can't
Right.
remember, but he was always had his marigolds on, and he'd just be bitching about people not cleaning cleaning the thing
Yeah,
up.
you're right. You're right. I remember that now.
So I don't think they have cleaners, but it's not an issue it's certainly not an issue this season, or we're
No,
not seeing
it hasn't
it.
been for a long time. No.
But I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense to have a cleaner, but it's more fun when it's like you just let the guys just live like guys.
Yeah, true. But this Brazil one, they seem to be going a bit far with it.
Well, the other thing
And
is
they're
you're in
showing the
Brazil as
sink
well.
and shit, man.
Yeah, because you're in Brazil, so there's so much more wildlife around and insects and shit. It's so much worse.
It's just such a risk, yeah. But there's one little observation I noticed as well. You know, they always do the talking head shots.
Yeah.
There's one guy. His name's Vina. He's got like a big chin, and he's got his hat. He wears his hat backwards. And all I've seen from him so far is just he's always screwing. He's just always complaining about, oh, this guy's
Is he
being
quite
a dick.
light-skinned? He looks very pale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like a big chin.
Yeah, I know the one.
Every
yeah.
time they cut to him, he's just going, "Yeah, that guy's a dickhead, mate. That guy's he just always screws.
He's just a very negative person.
He's just always complaining about something, man. But I don't know if they're just selecting that from his things, but that's literally the only
It might
contribution.
it might just be what's coming across.
Yeah.
Every time I see Massa and Duba doing a talking head,
Oh.
I just think I cannot wait to see you fight, mate.
That's exactly what I thought, and I was so like anticipating it. I went back again and watched this fight from the fight into
the
the
first
house.
one, yeah. Is he a killer?
Oh, he is wild, mate.
I
He
can't
is
remember
an
what happened in that
absolute
fight. Did he
fucking
just?
killer. He just eviscerated the guy.
Okay.
Just fucking gave him a knee to the body.
Yeah.
Dropped him, and then as he's on the way down, he gave him a hammer fist.
Yeah.
But he sort of jumped in the air first.
I remember because I remember
all
writing
these-
hardest hammer fist ever. That was him.
Ever.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was him. That was him. And they did a little shot of Dana White just going, "Fucking hell, what the?" And you can see Wanderlei was really happy because Wanderlei was like, "That guy's ghetto and he's sick."
And he's sick. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
but
middleweight,
yeah.
yeah. He's in mutants
What are the
weight
two
class.
weights? Featherweight and middleweight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in.
Because
He's,
Serginho's a middleweight, isn't he? I thought he was a feather.
It's weird. I can't tell with some of the fighters. Like it should be a big difference. It should be massive.
Yeah.
It should be very obvious, but it's not. Kind of.
No, he seems quite small.
Because mutant is a giant for middleweight.
Yeah,
Like if you
exactly.
put him against like someone like Chris Lieben or something, it's like
Yeah,
he'd be
he
towering
would tower
over.
over them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Massaranduba he's got that vibe, hasn't he? Just an animal sort of vibe with just he's ready to fuck somebody up.
He's just it's like all the other fighters are avoiding him, and I thought maybe is he on Whose team? He's on. Yeah,
He's
I
blue.
thought maybe that was why Serginho was crying because now he knows he's gonna have to fight Masaryk.
Maybe.
Like I'm gonna get killed.
I would say that, except that Serginho looked fucking sick himself.
He looks
didn't
sick, but like when you
It's
start to
jiu-jitsu,
learn
wasn't
about
it?
someone's character as well, though, like seeing their personality, and you start to get more or less confident, like based on how they are as a person.
Yeah.
And just as his kind of personality is bipolar, maybe his in-ring performances are like that as well. I'm thinking like he can be
Nice.
very good or very shit.
Well,
So
we'll
we'll wait
find
and
out.
see. But I'm not as confident in him as I was when I first saw him fight.
Another little observation I had as well was,
That Mutant can't
I-
spell "I love you." Fucking dumb shit. Sorry, go on.
but then he wrote a little sign in English above the door, which was in perfect English.
Oh, was it? Right, okay.
Yeah, which was weird.
That's the Playboy lifestyle, mate. They've sold out to the point they can't even speak their own fucking language.
Maybe
Is what Wanderlei would say.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah.
But yeah, my question was, why did they need on the weigh-ins? Why do they need an American to read the scales?
I don't know. It must.
Like, have they flown that guy in
Especially
just to
him.
literally go, 185?
Yeah. He's him and Brittany Palmer.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, as fit as Brittany is, she's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking there's someone better in Brazil?
Yeah, they got the best
could
women
be.
in the world.
Yeah. They could have a different one every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking get Mule Melancia in there.
It's true actually, because if they're developing fighting talent, why not develop international ring girl talent?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We got some of the best girls in
Right,
Brazil.
I have to tweet Dana
Oh,
White about this.
yeah. Dana, why are you hating?
Yeah, why you hating, huh?
Or why are you paying money to fly Brittany Palmer all the way over there?
Yeah.
Probably-
Carbon footprint, dude.
You could just employ some Brazilian girl for like 20 quid and she'd be happy.
I was about to make a joke about she'll probably suck some cock as well, but that's very judgmental of me about
Yeah,
Brazilian women.
We've got a lot of Brazilian friends watching
Yeah.
now. Don't
I
demean
was about
their-
to make that comment. Good thing I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and also it's a bit of a running thing every week now, but I have to mention it. The product placement just gets better and better, man.
Sometimes
where
it's
he
in a
came
very
over-
intense moment as well.
He came over and he was like, "Hey, do you want to drink some of that?"
Yeah.
And then it was like, as he was drinking it, the other guy stayed in shot. They both went,
With the can.
yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, good shit, man."
Took a drink of the can and then looked at it. Do you think those bits are scripted or they're just told just do whatever? Because it doesn't.
Basically, yeah.
It's
They probably
their
just say,
acting
"Look,
skill you're
we
seeing.
need a shot where
Yeah.
you give him the drink,
Yeah.
and then you both drink it,
Yeah,
and make sure we can see the can."
yeah, and say something nice.
Yeah. It was just like, and then it was with the protein bars when they're in the van.
Yeah.
He's going, "Oh, this is delicious." "Oh yeah, I've got chocolate. Do you want to swap?" Like mentioning the different flavors and shit.
Yeah.
And then Gillette as well. He was spraying himself in
Proper,
deodorant, wasn't
proper. It was
I love it like that. I think I made the point already last week.
yeah,
But
it's a good way. Yeah,
prefer that so much.
it just blends
than-
in the two things. It's like when you're less likely to forward through adverts like that as well. Like I have Sky Plus or what's it called in America, TiVo.
Yeah.
And when you tape something, when it's the adverts, you just fast forward. You don't watch any
Just skip
adverts.
it,
Whereas
yeah.
if it was part of the show, you wouldn't be able to just forward through that bit.
And it's like on YouTube adverts as well. You know, they give you the option of like skipping
Skip
5
it.
seconds.
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
I'm waiting. The second it's like, skip. Not messing
Yeah. There wasn't it weird that the credits were halfway through the show as well?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was my download is just fucked up or something, but
No, because I watched it on the UFC site as a stream.
right,
and it
okay,
did
so
the
that
same
did
thing.
happen.
But I don't know, maybe they just forgot or something. I don't know.
Just really poor editing.
Just went, "Oh shit, credits." Yeah, just stick them in. Oh, no, because it's not even live, is it?
No, but it might have been like there was a deadline for the editing to be done by, and it was just like, oh
Stuck it in the
shit,
wrong
yeah.
place.
He literally didn't have the time to drag that clip from there to there because it had to be submitted.
But again, maybe any of our Brazilian viewers could help us. I don't know. Maybe in Brazil, that's usually how they do it, but they have to edit it for our audience
Our
by
reason,
putting it
maybe,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, who's our man in Brazil?
Observador MMA.
Observador,
that
mate.
common
What's
thing?
going on? What's going on, mate?
Enlighten us.
There was
So yeah, I think that's all my observations about
I
the.
had
Speaking of being an observador,
Observador. I had one more, which was just a
yeah,
little subtle one in the Macaraz on team Wanderlei's team when they were in the coach driving back in the bus. Someone just comes out with a bit of advice for Macaraz, just going, "You got to punch him in the face."
yeah, that was my Saranduba.
Right, okay.
Like,
That's his
that was his
advice to me.
tactics.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
tactics.
noticed that as well. And then did somebody else go, "Yeah, I think he knows that."
Yeah, yeah. But it sounded like it was really genuine. Like he wasn't doing a joke. He was like seriously trying to help the guy. He's like, look, what I do, right, is I just punch people in the face. So
Yeah, and
try
he
that.
fucking does. He fucking does. Holy shit.
Okay then. So moving on to the fight then.
So the fight, yeah. So
Oh, this was
round one,
yeah.
I would say that Maccarell
10-9.
landed more strikes.
Yep.
I'd say probably did more damage.
Yep.
Uh, and I'd say defended takedowns well, except for the last one
Yeah.
where he got taken down. He got in a bit of trouble,
But got
but then
out
he,
of it
he
though.
got back up.
Yeah.
He got back up. So
I thought he got into this little pattern where Mutant looked very dangerous early on, as in he was throwing very much big shots, big
Yeah.
kicks, big punches, and he got into this nice little pattern of waiting for him to strike, and just he would throw one big attack and he would counter with like 2, 3, 4 kind of thing, connecting with
Yeah.
every one, and it was just adding up over the whole round.
yeah,
And that was solid, 10-9 for him, definite.
same. And then I would say that Mutant in the second round realised that trying to fight a stand-up fight was not going to work for
Yeah.
him. And just started going for
I
the
don't think he
takedowns.
realised it. I think he got told that.
Right.
I think he's
yeah,
a bit
yeah,
too
probably
stupid
right.
because I think Vitor almost implied that as in like when he's on his own, he fucks up. You have
Yeah.
to really tell him what to do.
Yeah. So
And
it's
remember, this is a guy who can't spell "I love you" in Brazilian. So
so he's like, yeah, go for the takedowns.
yeah,
And he did it straight away, straight for that big
tight,
takedown.
a
Yeah.
powerful guillotine. That's what that was.
Oh, the guillotine. But I was thinking that first takedown as well when he slammed. He
Yeah,
picked
yeah,
it
yeah.
up so high,
He's
knocked
so
all the
tall.
wind out of him.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then yeah, just overpowered him with strength and jiu-jitsu really.
yeah,
And then yeah, like I've put that as well. It really yanked on that guillotine
yeah,
because they freeze framed it, didn't they?
yeah. It was like a stag beetle. He was just stuck on. It's like you weren't going to shake him off.
He was pulling as hard as he could.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's one other thing was you obviously have noted that every week people cry in the build up to the fight. He got his cry in at the end.
Yeah. They're all going to cry. I think we're 8 for 8 now, or 6 for 6. Everyone's cried. Everyone shed tears.
Yeah. And Serginho's already got his.
Serginho's already got his in early. Yeah, he hasn't even fought yet.
Yeah, I felt really sorry for him, man, because
Who's
tell how
Serginho?
badly he wanted to win. No.
Macaral. Yeah. Yeah, especially in the dressing room where he was still full of energy and I thought that was such a good response from their whole team.
Yeah.
Like they lost that fight and they've now lost 4 in a row, but the response just felt really uplifting. I don't know why. It's almost more positive than the other team.
Yeah, because I think he said like, "Fuck it," but whatever. I'm going to
Put
train as
everything
hard
into
as
the
I
team
can
now.
and-
Everything
yeah.
into the team. Yeah.
And then Wanderlei goes, "You saying that is as good as a win for me."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I like
I
it.
think they know as well that the luck's going to turn now because
It
they've had their
always
best
happens
fighters.
when somebody's tactical early on.
Yeah.
It always swings back the other way.
Yeah. You
'Cause
end
it's
up
like
having
you
to
use your
basically
best-
send your lambs to the slaughter, like Faber is having to sort of ended up doing. Yeah.
If you look at all the guys Randy's got left, they're probably all his best guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for Massa and Dougal,
Oh,
man.
that's gonna be great.
I
did think it was a little bit annoying at the end where Vitor. You probably feel like I'm just trying to find reasons to hate on Vitor.
think you are, yeah.
I am. But when he goes, because it's something my football soccer coach used to do. Any time, regardless of whether we conceded a goal or scored a goal, first thing he'd say, "Still 0-0, lads. Still 0-0."
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
basically
No,
what Vitor did as well.
Yeah, but that's not that's a good psychological tactic, no?
I don't know. I think I just became very against it because he did it every time. Every
You're-
time it's like you don't keep
you're-
repeating yourself.
You're trying to pick holes, I think, man.
Okay,
That's what I think.
it makes it more interesting.
You said that right from the beginning, though. You do prefer to pick a side.
Yeah. But not only that, I'm totally with Wandy, totally with him in that. Okay, yeah. If I had to pick one side, yeah, I'm gonna go with the ghetto guy. I don't like rich people. I don't like people with money. Fuck you, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a big cultural thing in Brazil, man. There is a big divide of like playboys and ghetto guys.
Clearly,
I've heard
yeah.
about that a lot. Yeah,
Clearly.
that's come up because I basically read this really long life story of Anderson Silva,
All right.
and that's a big thing with him as well. It's like people from the ghetto in Brazil.
Yeah.
Because I think you tweeted that picture, didn't you, of the divide,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like
The
rich and the poor.
yeah, yeah. It's
But
mental.
culturally, it's like that as well. It's like you're either one side, you're either a
There's no
fucking
middle
poncy
ground.
playboy, or you're from the hood,
Right.
and the hood guys especially hate the playboys.
You would, yeah. It's weird that or I imagine there is middle ground, but it's probably very small.
It's not like it is in other,
You know,
over
I'd
here.
say in England it's all middle ground.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of grey area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I read this whole Anderson Silva life story, and he said that he was basically dirt poor. He had to work in McDonald's
Right.
in a rich area,
Oh, okay.
and all these playboys would come in every day, like in their dad's cars and shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
give him shit and that's why he against Damian Maia,
Right.
who's considered a playboy. He was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
acting up. Against Vitor, there was all that shit. Remember, he wore the mask in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
build up and all that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that,
It's
and
huge, actually, yeah.
especially Vitor. At that point was probably more because he had such a successful UFC career when he was young.
Yeah.
In Brazil, he was considered like the poster boy of MMA.
Oh, and so he felt overlooked.
And Anderson's like, I'm the best in the fucking world.
Yeah,
I'm the best
yeah,
there's
yeah.
ever been, probably.
Yeah.
And still, this guy's like, because he's a playboy.
Yeah,
I'm
because the
some
image.
black guy from the
'Cause the
ghetto.
image. Yeah, and he's black as well. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he
But
felt
Anderson don't need to be
disrespect.
upset about that, man, because he's the only fighter to have Nike sponsorship.
And he fucking just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Stamped on his chin while he was
Yeah.
vertical. So, yeah.
Still my favourite knockout.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mine too.
Every time I see it, it's like, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Because you see so many people trying that shit now, and no one's getting close.
It's the way he did it. The only
Like-
one who came close was Machida, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But Machida's wasn't as smooth, man.
No, it wasn't.
Anderson's was just, it was perfect.
Yeah, it came from nowhere. It was just bosh. He's
Bang.
out. Fuck. It's finished.
Wrapped his toes around his chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favourite knockout ever. Anderson's got a couple of my favourite knockouts ever, to be honest.
Did you see
Remember when
the
he caught the
documentary
guy's
about
leg and knocked him out?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was at light heavyweight as well. First time he went up and just dealt with that guy.
Yeah.
Did you see Like Water, though?
Yes.
Documentary. Very good
Great
documentary.
stuff.
Well
Stuff.
worth checking out, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, man, I think probably we could wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Don't want to fall on too long. And
No,
bore
that's
everyone.
cool.
Do you want to do a few?
Yeah, so thank you for anyone who's following us on Twitter. Very soon, actually, we're going to be hopefully getting some guests, get some other people from the MMA community involved. But keep up the support. Keep following us on Twitter. Message us. Email us. rearnakedchat@gmail. Follow us at rearnakedchat. And the YouTube channel is youtube.com/rearnakedchannel.
Yeah, you're probably watching it right now.
Yeah, and are we working on iTunes? Are you
Coming soon, yeah.
coming soon?
Yeah.
Just the audio versions.
So you can listen to us in the gym, on the bus, going for a walk.
Whilst making love to your partner.
Yeah. Or
anywhere.
to yourself. You know, it's totally up to you. So, yeah.
Or while you're asleep.
Yeah, there you go. Subliminal shit.
Okay then. We'll
Right.
see you next week, guys.
Bye. Peace and love.